got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. And it's Ibaka, and it's Morris in at the 4 spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the 3. Now here's Beverley. Leonard with no one around. Off target from outside.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
George against Lillard, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Damian Lillard.
We call that masterful use of the pump fake. Paul George effective getting guys to jump on it.
Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
That one misses. And the Clippers will come the other way. To the inside, Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Now, here's Lillard. To the middle, here's Covington. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Leonard, no luck.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
Here's Lillard, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now, here's Beverley. George with the ball.
Just 1 made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Lillard on top. From deep. Kept alive.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points. Staying active even after the shot goes up.
Here's George. Ibaka outside. Leonard on the wing. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And Jones pulls it down.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made 1 basket in this period.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. McCollum left side. Now, here's Lillard. The tray. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Lillard against Beverley. Dishes to Leonard. Pass to George. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Ibaka, no luck. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. McCollum dishes to Covington. It's stolen by Morris. Leonard inside. Working on Nurkic. Ibaka finds Beverley. Back to Ibaka. And stolen by Lillard. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And a wide open look for McCollum. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Leonard. That one no good. Some solid defense from Lillard.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Kennard. Got a hand on it.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Now Lillard. Anthony in the corner. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Luke Kennard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Here is Rondo after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Rondo against Lillard. Outside Rondo. Morris outside. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Morris has got 5 points so far.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
A solo fast break. Here's man. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Man passes to Morris. The dish now to Rondo. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Rondo's got the game tied up here for the Clippers. And for Portland, they're shooting with confidence 50% from the field so far. Pass to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Puts it up. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Outside Rondo. The pass to Zubac. Here's man. Pass to Kennard. Launches it. The offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. And so they foul intentionally. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Now, here's Cousins. Can't hit from in close. And now Portland on the break. Powell, no one around him. And another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, Norman Powell, these last several seasons, has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season, much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. We've got 1:08 left in the second quarter. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. 3-pointer. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, put it in Powell's vicinity, and he will finish with authority. That's nice.
50 seconds left to play in the first half. And here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. He dishes it to Leonard. To stop the run, he lays it in.
Kawhi Leonard from the restricted area. Turn the lights out.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. 6-point game. It's Powell on the wing. Stolen by Beverly. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Count that one.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Powell, the pass to Simons. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. The layup off target.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And
if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Trailblazers leading by 4. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. McCollum right side. That one bounces around and comes back out.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense. Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court he makes a lot of noise.
Lillard with it. He has 6. And the rejection by Ibaka. And up the floor again, the Clippers running the floor. Here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to George. For the lead. Lillard with the rebound. Portland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
And so McCollum nails both of them. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Now, here is George. He kicks it to Leonard. Dishes it to Ibaka. Just 5 to shoot. Beverly, the pass to Leonard.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Leonard with the steal. Beverly, sweet move. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, this guy is a fighter. Patrick Beverly will not back down from contact. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Nobody near Nurkic. It doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will come the other way. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Marcus Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Beverly up top. Kicks it to George. High post to Ibaka. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Well, Paul George putting the size and the length that he possesses to be an effective force on the glass. Nice.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And George gets it to go.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Lillard surveying the D. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Now Beverly passes it to Ibaka. To the paint. George against McCollum. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from George.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Hands it from downtown. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Outside, George from deep. And it's George again missing.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Kicks it out to Lillard. 24 seconds left in the third. It's hauled in by Beverly. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard attacking. Second shot opportunity. Tries yet again. And Ibaka with the layup.
We know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
Pass to Nurkic. Lillard fires away from way outside. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's the Trailblazers leading by just 2. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Zubac in at the foul. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Portland's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. McCollum dishes to Powell. Back to McCollum. Fires the three. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And the Clippers call time here. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Devin, back to you.
Thanks, David. A shot by Batum, no good. Trailblazers leading by 5. Anthony down low, guarded by Jackson. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Jackson against McCollum. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Jackson up top, covered by Lillard. 2 points. That one goes. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Cullen passes to Lillard. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Lillard against Cousins. Here's Lillard from deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And there's the pass to Zubac.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Portland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. It's Powell on the wing. The feed now to Carmelo. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
The game now all time.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Here is Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. On deep. Shoots from the elbow. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Kawhi Leonard is 230 pounds of nothing but pure strength. What a finish at the rim.
Beverly against Lillard. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. The baseline jumper goes down. Nurkic has got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. For the 3. And it's Beverly missing. And they're in position to take the lead.
And how big would a bucket be at this stage of the game?
Anthony, the pass to Lillard. And a miss there on the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Morris finds Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Outside, George. Back to Leonard. It's good!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Anthony in the corner. Fires it up. And a deep three from Lillard. The rebound by Ibaka. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. George passes to Beverly. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it. Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Covington in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, they've got Porzingis. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Now here's McCollum. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. No good on the 3.
And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And, you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. McCollum outside, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt, and that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the court.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
Doncic against Lillard. Passes it to Porzingis from the arc. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Lillard. No good on that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
The Trailblazers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Doncic with the steal, and Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Doncic, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Right side, Covington. Lots of room. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. That one rolling around and rims out.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now, here's Covington. Inside. Nurkic can't hit, and there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That is his first foul of the game. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. And Norman Powell subbed in for Robert Covington. Here's Brunson. Good, nice job down low.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney Smith's checked in.
And guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And so here is Dallas. The Blazers getting the bucket. 4 on the clock. That one good for 2.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Simons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. The first one falls, and Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And so he hits both. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Brunson. The pass to Hardaway. Over McCollum. Again, the Mavericks score.
Skilled at scoring in a variety of ways. I mean, give Hardaway Jr. these looks, and he's happy to oblige. Here's Simons.
It's McCollum on the wing. Portland no good that time either. Out to Hardaway. Shoots the three. Trains it from beyond the arc. Hardaway has got 5.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's Dallas. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got Powell. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, "We can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop." Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed. And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
On the wing, Hardaway. From deep. Portland grabs the miss. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. McCollum kicks to Anthony. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Robert Covington's checked in for McCollum.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Yeah, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Marjanovic, excellent D from Kanter. Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time, rising up for the dunk.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Stolen by Kanter. 3-on-3. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And here's Brunson. They'll bring it up for Dallas. They've led by as much as 10. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleber. Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Finney Smith. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Lillard. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Doncic. Hits the jumper in space. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Doncic showing you his smarts there because he really sized up the situation and took advantage of what the defense gave him.
Back to Lillard. The shot will not fall. And it's Dallas the other way. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, really good body control that time by Richardson. Anticipated the foul coming, absorbed that contact, and didn't let it bother his shot.
Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in. There's 21 seconds left now here in the second. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here's Doncic. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
Taking exactly what the defense gives him, Doncic exploiting whatever he sees out there. Does a nice job seeing the game.
And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7th. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Great. From the get-go, it was Dallas who came out strong. They showed great chemistry going... And that'll do it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Doncic from the arc. The long-distance 3 is buried. Doncic has got 9.
Boy, shots like this prove Doncic has the ability to be a major threat from there, expanding his game.
Here's Giles. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shoots over Marjanovic. Giles, that's good.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Lillard against Doncic. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Doncic. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
McCollum dishes to Covington. Got 3 off the mark.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Trailblazers trail by 10. And a wide open look for McCollum. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Up top, Marjanovic. Doncic outside. Dallas needs to get off a shot. No good from Finney Smith. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Out to Doncic. Here's the three. They get it back. Porzingis on the foul. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up. That's why he's boarding it well.
Here's McCollum. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Porzingis. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Anthony's checked in for Giles. And it's Powell in for Robert Covington.
Boy, with the basketball IQ of a 15-year vet, Doncic makes plays that even veterans struggle with.
Lillard attacking. Can't cash in from close range.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Doncic against McCollum. No good on the triple.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
From deep three-point range, and it's Doncic missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Doncic. Three-pointer, Lillard. Powell for three. It's rebounded by Dallas. 15 seconds left in the third. Brunson finds Redick. Dallas again missing. Three-pointer, Lillard drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 6 points.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks lead by 5. And we'll get... And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Pass to Powell. Thompson with it for three. A shot off that time.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Anthony's shot is off. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. The lead is 2. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Powell with it. Hardaway picks him up. Lillard the pass to Powell. The Trailblazers with the new shot clock. Dallas shooting around 41% on the night. There's the lob to the hoop and the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Powell dishes to McCollum. Brunson against Lillard. Back to McCollum. Pass to Powell. Powell pulls it in.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And Lillard gets the foul. He dishes it to McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
This is it to Brunson. There's the pass to Reddick. Feeds it to Powell. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pushing it up. It counts, and the foul. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And then for the Trailblazers, Harry Giles comes in for Anthony, and Robert Covington subbed in for Powell. Porzingis, good, and the assist goes to Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Great execution by Porzingis, showing you he can get it done in the clutch.
McCollum passes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. There's the triple. The Mavericks pull it in. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Out left to the wing. Here's Finney Smith. Connects from 3-point range. And now it's an 8-point Dallas lead.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. The Trailblazers rebound. Lillard the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. It's stolen by Marjanovic. On deep. Porzingis. Great positioning on the putback. Porzingis has got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavericks. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
Pass to Finney Smith. Shot clock at 6. Doncic kicks to Richardson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Mavericks.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Luka Doncic.
Well, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly. Found the right guy in the right spot at the right time.
Burke with it. Pass to Marjanovic. And Reddick kicks to Marjanovic. Dallas moving the ball around. Over to the left wing. And another basket for Dallas.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Marjanovic. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Mavericks arriving at the building earlier today.
Good evening, Kevin. The last season...
What a story. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Richardson. Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Baca is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Now here is George. And that one is good. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series. Finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Here's Cousins after Luka Doncic's bucket. Beverly the pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. And George with the stuff.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Steps back and fires. Doncic, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Cousins. Tries again, and it's good on the way in.
I mean, one guy who's still dominating the inside, DeMarcus Cousins, a great rebounder and a great scorer. That time a second chance, cashing in.
Now here's Richardson. Back to Doncic. Lets it go. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard, killing it in transition.
Doncic against Beverly. Cauley Stein. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Beverly. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 6. Richardson dishes to Doncic. Stolen by Beverly. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Beverly against Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 12-4 run. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Doncic with the bucket.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Outside, George. Down low, Ibaka. The shot missing. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And stolen by Cousins. Lobs it up for Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got his second basket of the game.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Jackson. Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Lock it 2. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Jackson. Zubac finds Jackson. Now here's Kennard. A rebound by Marjanovic. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan. Not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Mavericks trailed by 8. Here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Pulls up, high post. Off the left rim and out. And Los Angeles guys shooting around 60% of the night. Amazing work offensively so far. And the dunk by Jackson.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw this game. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Brunson. Here's Marjanovic. Here's Hardaway. They shoot again. Marjanovic kicks to Powell. Outside Hardaway. Lets the three fly. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers leading by 11. Kennard for three. Kleber with the rebound. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Powell. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Powell's got his first bucket in this one.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Kennard for three. They get it back.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Marjanovic passes to Hardaway. Back to Marjanovic. Out to Hardaway. Dallas needs to get off a shot. 13 feet away. That shot off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Shot's good by Kennard. Kennard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Pass to Brunson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And the pass to Kennard. Out to Morris from past the arc. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Brunson, good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
44 seconds left to play here in the half. Jackson passes to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Batum against Kleber. A shot by Batum, no good.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Brunson finds Kleber. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Marjanovic with it. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. Over Beverly. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Los Angeles. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got Cauley Stein, Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Clippers leading by 15. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And it's Beverly missing. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Here's Cauley Stein. Here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. With his first shot attempt. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Ibaka, the pass to George. Passes it to Leonard. George looking over the floor. Mavericks trail by 15. Here's Richardson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
A different look for the Clippers. Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And Dallas with a change here too. Melly is checked in for Cauley Stein. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like John Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Paul George. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Beverly against Doncic. Marjanovic, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Marjanovic has got his second bucket. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Leonard on the wing. Nice D from Porzingis.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Here's Leonard. Good D by Hardaway. Mavericks trail by 16. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis, and it's good. 2 points. Porzingis has got his first points in this one.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot in his offensive game now.
Now Beverly. Pass to Cousins. Hardaway against Leonard.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
And the rejection by Leonard. A pass to Mann. Cuts it 5. And again, no good by the Clippers. Mavericks trail by 14.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside, George. Outside, Batum. Morris, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Kleba. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And now the Clippers on the break. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And so it's Los Angeles. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard, and it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley-Stein. I'd love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Leonard. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Dallas, Zinkas, he's checked in for Melly. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
He's got some growing confidence right now in the catch-and-shoot game, Hardaway Jr. Feels like he could score from anywhere.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Marcus Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. And Beverley kicks to Leonard. Feeds it to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And not the most flamboyant dunker, but Ibaka goes to the rack with rude intentions nonetheless.
To the paint. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Doncic, no good. Los Angeles leading by 9. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And 2 free throws coming up, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Porzingis. Hardaway passes to Doncic. Four on the shot clock. Pass to Porzingis. Fades away. Good.
Porzingis just dialing that one in from the mid-range. Pretty smooth for a 7'3" professional basketball player.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Richardson against George. This one for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's blocked.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
Stolen by George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Beverly. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
I think Patrick Beverly, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 7 rebounds in the game. Nobody near Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. Mavericks trail by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Clippers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. Ibaka, no luck. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Cauley-Stein kicks to Doncic. Richardson left side. Back to Doncic. Looking to end his cold spell, and he sinks the layup. And that's 10 points for Luka Doncic.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Beverly against Doncic. Ibaka, no luck.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
And you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Patterson, he's checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Marcus Morris is checked in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Paul George. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. That one falls. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Brunson against Rondo. Pass to Patterson. Three-pointer. He's off on that one. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson's running. Porzingis can't hit. Beverly with the ball. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. That's the first, and that will put them up by 9. And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, we've got Patrick Beverley. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Lillard. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Pass to Nurkic, wants to get it to Powell, and does. Count it.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Leonard. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Nurkic finds McCollum. Outside, Covington. Lillard looking around. A 3 from McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
And here's Beverly. Passes to Leonard. Lets it go with a 3. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the dunk by Powell.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now here's Leonard. Leonard draws the double. The shot by George, wide open. Hits it from three-point range.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
McCollum left side. Oh, Covington in position. Powell, the pass to Covington. Clock at 6. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Buries it from about 10 feet away. McCollum's got 5 now.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Lillard against Beverly. Out to Ibaka from downtown. Rebound by Nurkic.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Pushing the action, always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
1:22 left to play here in the first. At the top of the key, Powell. Now the pass to Anthony. And the layup's good off the glass.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Rondo. 56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the wide open shot from Morris. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
With hands wider than the dimensions of the basketball, Kawhi able to control it with ease.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Powell. Shoots over Leonard. Here's Cantor. Pass to Powell. Launches it. The rebound by Ibaka.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Okay. Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. McCollum right side. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And after this break, we'll be back with the start. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody. And, you know, if somebody...
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's Cousins in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. And Damian Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Jackson with it. Kennard on the wing. Off target with the open look.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Jackson, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Cousins, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Cousins has got it all tied up now for the Clippers. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
DeMarcus Cousins made sure that one went down. High percentage dunk for DeMarcus.
Count that bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now Jackson. Kennard on the wing. Portland grabs the miss.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Here's Simons. Off target with his three. The Clippers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And the dunk by Covington.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
And here is Los Angeles now. Portland making their last shot. Jackson gets the bucket.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
Lillard outside. And it's good for 2.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
52 seconds left in the first half. Jackson passes to Kennard. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Robert Covington. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Jones. Norman Powell's checked in for Anthony Simons. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. Portland leading by 4. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. McCollum against Ibaka. And it's McCollum off the drive.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. And yes, it's good.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and he doesn't get talked about that much, but Yusuf Nurkic, big. And that does it for our
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
McCollum passes to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Portland with a new 14.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Clippers trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
George passes to Leonard. To the left side wing. Beverly wide open. And a miss there on the triple.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Powell for 3. Can't hit that one. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
And now Portland on the break. Covington's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Lobs it up for Ibaka.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Lillard against Leonard. Now here's Lillard, guarded closely. Pass to Powell. Now McCollum to the inside, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. So for the Clippers, Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Paul George. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Carmelo Anthony in for Robert Covington. Los Angeles calls timeout. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And here's Beverly. No points in the game yet for him. Back to George. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A different look for the Clippers. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's McCollum. 9 points in the game so far. 1:41 left to play in the third. Here's Powell, and he makes good on the layup. Powell's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Pass to Zubac. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
1:03 left in the third quarter. Here's Anthony. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, easy call.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
And the Clippers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And Portland making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Both free throws good from Anthony.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
There's 49 seconds left to play here in the third. Jackson with it. Floats it up for Cousins. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball. Here's Nurkic. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 10-point game. Shot and game clock separated by 5. The pass to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Nurkic dishes to Powell. Poked away. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Powell. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And they get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Clippers trail by 9. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. From deep, George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lillard's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they continue to control the glass. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Leonard with the steal.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
Morris against Anthony. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D there from George. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Now a timeout called by Portland. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
He was all alone on that one. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
George against McCollum. George passes to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
The aggressive side of Serge coming through asserts himself at the rim.
Lillard against Beverly. And it's Lillard missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Oh, that was something else.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
Lillard outside. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. George looking over the floor. And George with the stuff.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Now here's McCollum. Lillard outside. Launches a three. Lillard again missing.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Ibaka. Good D by Covington. Portland leading by 5. Powell, the pass to Covington, uses the glass to finish the layup.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. McCollum against George. And it's George finishing it off.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Tipped away. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. .54 seconds left to play in the final quarter. From outside, off the mark. The Blazers on offense. Lillard outside. Knocked loose, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Beverly. 5 to shoot.
Beautiful contest there by one of the most tenacious defenders in the game, Patrick Beverly.
George way outside. Here's Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Beverly. On the wing, George. The putback, good.
He's been there before, played in big moments of big games. Ibaka coming through in the clutch.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They break the heart. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. 2K Sport. Now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Giles, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight. Chris, what an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Well, you love seeing Cauley-Stein rise up and try to get the shot off as soon as he keeps the pass. He's trying to keep the D guessing at times so they don't know what he's going to do.
And stolen by Richardson. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Now here's McCollum. Back to Lillard. Out left to the wing. Clock at 4. Portland needs to get off a shot. And a wide open look for McCollum. Misses the 3. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. 4-point game. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it. Already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And so it's Dallas with him. Following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Here's Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
Here's Richardson. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that should try to pack in the lane. I mean, but that opens up some opportunities for the shooter.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Anthony's checked in for Portland. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Pull it back, Kobe. Rest in peace to the Mamba and baby GG. Still remember where I was standing after the 3-P. Was lined up yelling Kobe, but playing Pee-wee. Well, you know that shit was the freebie right after they tear Achilles. Number 8 was crazy. 24 was scary. Respect his name, LC might show up as... Don't forget the things he mentioned, how to get a Larry, whatever necessary.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Doncic outside. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Porzingis kicks to Finney Smith. Doncic outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Porzingis. Yep, that one goes in there.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Lillard and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
Now, here's Doncic. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass.
Pick and roll master. You got to respect how decisive Lillard is. I mean, he often makes great decisions.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Doncic against Lillard. And the dunk by Porzingis.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Yep, it counts.
Oh, he's got it rolling this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Here's Dallas. They're on a 16-6 run. Pass to Richardson. Lillard against Doncic. There's the 3. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Mavericks leading by 13. Pass to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Doncic has got 11 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
And it's Dallas with another.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
It's intercepted. Richardson kicks to Doncic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he gets the bucket.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. From deep three-point range, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Dallas, out in front by 17 points. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but
when I'm training summer,
the team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Jalen Brunson. He's out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Doncic out there with Dwight Powell. And it's Melli in at the 4. And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Melli. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. It's Redick on the wing. No good on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 19. Powell, no one around him. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Now, here's Marjanovic. Brunson with a clean look. They get it again.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now, here's Redick. And there's the pass to Brunson. Back to Redick. Dallas moving it around. Hardaway, no good. Trailblazers trail by 17. Here's Giles. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Outside Anthony. That's tipped. Here's Simons, covered by Redick. And it's Simons missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be firmly in the driver's seat.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Powell, that's good.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Brunson scanning the floor. Outside, Redick. Back to Brunson. Hardaway passes to Brunson. Here's Marjanovic. Here's Brunson. Plenty of space. That shot no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Powell for three. And another three for Portland.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Powell against Brunson. Passes it to Hardaway. And here's Brunson. Kicks it to Redick. Hardaway for three. Here's Marjanovic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lobs it up for Anthony. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anfernee Simons. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Dallas again missing. Trailblazers trail by 11. Richardson against McCollum. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Looking to get it going. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And that concludes the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He ended up with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And that's somewhat of a surprise, but he's been really patient and unselfish.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And here we go with Giles running it up the court. He dishes it to Lillard. Wide open look, and it's good off the back rim and in. Lillard's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Trailblazers. Out to Doncic.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
McCollum. Great positioning on the putback. McCollum's got it back down to single digits for the Trailblazers.
He plays with so much heart, McCollum. Is constantly battling on the court. This time, it's on the glass.
And Doncic, here we go.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Here's Lillard. The Mavericks making the shot. Pass to Giles. He kicks to Nurkic. Lillard. And the shot is good. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
Love seeing Lillard working in close. He has the skills to convert at a high rate.
Lillard against Doncic. Richardson outside. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Up again. Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
Over to the wing. Nurkic, the pass to Giant. Back to Nurkic. Over Cauley Stein. Just his first attempt. Nurkic can't hit. Dallas leading by 11. A pass to Porzingis. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Portland. Melly is checked in for the Mavericks.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Richardson's got his first basket.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
McCollum finds Anthony, pulls up on the wing. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go, the Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Richardson, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
The consistency of Richardson's shooting is just impressive. Defense can't allow him mid-range looks.
Anthony left side. There's the dish to McCollum. 6 to shoot. Over Richardson. McCollum, no good.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Simons, he's checked in for Lillard. Runs in the pass to Redick. Releases. Shot clock reset for Dallas. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. Redick for 3. Offensive rebound. There's the steal. Anthony against Hardaway. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Anthony.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Marjanovic finds Powell. Dallas moving it around. Brunson, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Brunson with it. Pass to Hardaway. The 3. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Dallas in control with the 9. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Oh, yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Maxi Kleber, Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center. Portland with the ball after Josh Richardson was able to get the triple. Here's Simons. To the middle. He's looking for McCollum and finds him. Just 5 to shoot. Nurkic the pass to Simons. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Richardson attacking. Hardaway with a wide open look. Another 3 for Dallas. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Was shot by Reddick, no good. Trailblazers trail by 13. Here's Giles, and that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. McCollum against Brunson. Dishes it to Powell. Brunson the pass to Reddick. Kicks to Powell. Now Hardaway. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Powell, that's good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
It's stolen by Marjanovic. And that's an intentional foul. And Portland making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Portland on defense. Trailing by 13. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Richardson outside. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Dallas again missing.
Not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just won in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
And it's Giles missing.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Doncic passes to Richardson. Now here's Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Doubled by McCollum. Doncic right side. Looking for Cauley Stein. He gets it there. That one goes in. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Lillard fires away from way outside. It's hauled in by Richardson.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Yeah, what was that? Did he forget about? Very strange.
Now here's Richardson. From deep. Doncic, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now. I like to see the ball moving in transition like that. I mean, when teammates out in front, get them to rock.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to. And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Mavericks.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless. Grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Doncic, no good. And Portland has possession. It's a 14-point game. And the basket by McCollum.
McCollum is an aggressive shooter, solid ball handler. Effortlessly switches to his shooting motion instantaneously.
And he makes the first. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. And Trey Burke subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Marjanovic. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three for Doncic. You can't get that one. Inside. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and he banks in the layup.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A stunning view of the... And as...
Hey, Kevin,
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We got DeMarcus Cousins. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, we've got Doncic. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Doncic. High post, Cauley-Stein. And the rejection by Cousins.
7'6" wingspan in the house, and he says, get it out of here.
Leonard, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. A 3 off the mark. Here's Leonard. Second chance shot. Here's Cousins. And the layup is good.
Well, big frame, great hands, and Cousins a load on the offensive glass.
Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. Five on the clock. Stolen by Beverly. And George, here we go. The Mavericks pull it in.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
He gets it in there.
Well, Doncic, terrific floor vision in the open floor. He also understands how to be the guy to finish.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Outside Leonard. The tray. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Richardson with it. The pass to Cauley Stock. Porzingis with the ball. Pass to Richardson. Shot clock at 6. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Buries it from three-point range. Doncic has got 5 points so far. Now here is George. From deep three-point range. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
In last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Porzingis can't hit. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. Here's George. Now the dish to Ibaka. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players.
Well, in today's NBA, you've got to be able to play in pick and roll, and Hardaway doing work right there.
We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. And that one's good. Beverly.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Hardaway. After the basket by Los Angeles. And here's Doncic from the arc. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. Doncic has got 8 points.
Boy, the quick trigger of Luka Doncic makes him especially dangerous in catch and shoot. Good luck, defender.
43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Beverly, the pass to Leonard.
An extraordinary improvement.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Now Doncic. He could go. No good on the last second attempt there. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
So for the Clippers right now, Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Kennard in at the two-guard spot. Passes it to Marjanovic. Hardaway against Batum. Hardaway dishes to Powell. Batum with the steal. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Brunson the pass to Powell. And here is Marjanovic. Morris trying to free himself up. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to 3 on the bucket for Marjanovic. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Jackson. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pass to Redick. Brunson against Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Marjanovic kicks to Redick. On deep. The Clippers grab the miss.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Morris with the bucket.
Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
Now here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Makes it off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Jackson. The pass to Kennard. And the shot goes down. Kennard's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Finney-Smith, he kicks it to Powell. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers leading by 5.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. And here is Doncic. Serge Ibaka making his last triple. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Here's Doncic. He's got 8. To the paint. Cauley-Stein finds Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Doncic has got 10 points.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
And that one's good. Beverly. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Doncic looking it over.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting... Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Mavericks trail by 8. Doncic passes to Richardson. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of the game. Out to Doncic. 5 to shoot. That shot misses. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Nelly is checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. 19 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Leonard. Fires from deep. He can't get it to go. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close. And that...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's Cauley Stein. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. And here's Leonard from 3. Offensive rebound. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Well, Cousins will just overwhelm you sometimes with the ferocity with which he plays.
Porzingis kicks to Cauley Stein. And the rejection by Cousins. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Mavericks making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. 4 on the clock. Porzingis with the ball. He's picked up by Cousins.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's George. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, and they pick up 2.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Now here's Cousins. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Kennard for 3. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. No good. Shot missing. Mavericks trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. Pass to Ibaka. Shoots from the right block. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. And Rick Carlisle wants a timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Luke Kennard comes in for George. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Jackson against Doncic. Now here's Batum. Defense right on him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Marcus Morris is a guy who is unafraid of a little contact. That's a nice play right there.
And Morris drops them both. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Doncic against Jackson. Richardson outside. Up top, Doncic. Guarded by Jackson.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his third foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Kennard. 1:56 left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Zubac. Lays it up and banks it in. Zubac has got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 1:07 left in the third. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Redick comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. The shot misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Pass to Man. And here's Beverly. There's the pass to Kennard. Fires for three. The rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks trailed by 14. Here's Hardaway. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got his fourth rebound in this one. And here's Leonard from three. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Porzingis. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Batum. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's Kennard in at the two. Jackson with it. Kennard on the wing. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Jackson against Brunson. Pass to Redick. Back to Brunson. Now Marjanovic. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Clippers leading by 12. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. No good from outside.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's Brunson, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First free throw is good. On the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Marjanovic, and it's Porzingis in for Dwight Powell. Here's Beverly. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Outside Leonard. 5 on the clock. Feeds it to Ibaka. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley-Stein.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. Beverly finds Ibaka. Shoots over Doncic. Ibaka, no luck. Mavericks trail by 10. Throws it up high. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Leonard against Doncic. Outside Leonard. And it's off from three-point range. Now the Mavericks giving it up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on George.
Well, a great offensive player keeps defenders off balance. Luka Doncic does just that.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. All free throws good from Doncic. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Now here's Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. And the Clippers call time here
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. And see if they were listening, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Porzingis. Passes to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. Richardson for three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Los Angeles leading by 7. Ball stolen. Shoots it. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Richardson. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. 1:10 left in the fourth. Pass to Leonard. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. 4 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot to end the cold streak, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. For Dallas, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Jackson against Doncic. Stolen by Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. Jackson's got the ball. Leonard, no luck.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oh, you love the aggressiveness and the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Doesn't go that time. Beverley finds George. Puts up a 3. Porzingis with the rebound. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Clippers ball. And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it.